What's good, y'all? So I'm currently out here in Lake Havasu, Arizona. I've heard it pronounced both ways, but nevertheless, I'm just gonna go with Havasu because that's how it looks on the paper, so that's how I'm gonna say it. But anyway, you know, I found me a little pocket of heaven out here, man. Like, I'm surrounded by desert, but there's this beach here. There's this big old lake here. You know, let me show you what I'm working with real quick before we get, you know, I just find it very interesting that if you drive 20 minutes in any direction, you will be in a desert. You know what I'm saying? Devoid of most life except for like amphibians and stuff. But we got water, seagulls, pigeons, ducks, families, little kids playing in life, like little rowboat life raft things over there. Like, this place is amazing, and it's chill, it's quiet, and it's just like a little home away from home. And since I can't go to my park, we're gonna go to the beach every day. You know, and then there's a whole bunch of other stuff like fitness fields and park areas behind me as well, but I thought I'd sit in front of the water and do some reflecting today. But you know, I'm on this project, and the project site, the construction site I'm working on, I mean, it's in the middle of the desert. It got to about 118 degrees today, and mind you, I'm wearing steel-toe boots, jeans, hard hat, you know, not workout gear, construction gear. Like, it gets hot. You know what I'm saying? Homie almost fell out today, and we had to tell him to go sit down. Like, it's different out here, but you know what I'm saying? For us high vibrating individuals out there, we can eat this. Sure, we might walk out and be like, it's a little hot, but we good. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know, while I've been on this site, you know, and I'm combating the heat in my mind, the best way that I do that is I go within. I go into my mind and I just start thinking about things. I just start putting myself in different situations. I start manifesting. I start repeating affirmations. And most importantly, I feel I've been doing a lot of shadow work. That's why I've been referring to it a lot in the last handful of videos that I've had, right? Because if I hadn't, I wouldn't have been able to enjoy this. If you would have put me from 4 or 5 years ago, even 6 years ago, in this very spot right now, just transport me from that time to right now, I would go home so I can go sulk. You know, I would go back to the hotel, sit in the dark, and just be like wondering why my life is so crappy. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, even though I'm out here for work, even though corporate America is my number one enemy right now, I'm still gotta be thankful for the experience, because thankfulness, gratitude are all things that you need to be exhibiting in your world. Because how can you be in a place this freaking beautiful and be mad? You're surrounded by beauty. You're surrounded by calm. You're surrounded by tranquility. You could probably hear the water, the little waves crashing in front of me. How can you be mad here? How can you be mad anywhere? It doesn't even have to be in a place. How can you be mad in your own body, in your own mind? That's not even your house. Like, you got your house, you got your apartment. Hell, you even got the backseat of your car if you really down bad. But that's fine. How can you be mad in your own house, aka your temple, your body? How can you be mad in your own mind? How can you allow such negative things to exist within you? That's a choice. That's really a choice. You know what I'm saying? And you know what else is a choice? Keeping people out, pushing people away. You know what I'm saying? That is a lesson that I've been learning, you know, today. You know, I was like, what's something that's holding me back? And then the idea of I've always been pushing people away came up. This is very similar if you've seen my previous videos where I talked about one of my limiting beliefs, which was the fact that I didn't want to get close to people because I hate separating from people. I hate saying goodbye. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because I don't make that many connections. I stick to myself. I'm a hermit. I do what I do. In a room full of crowded people, I'm always going to be on the outskirts. That's just where I am, and that's where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's like I used to push people away because of my ego, and I'm just backtracking to get people caught up on where I'm coming from with this. You know, my ego is here to protect me, but it protects you in a very, very simple, elementary way. And I've explained this before, but I'm explaining it again. You know, one of my biggest things was, you know, my ego said, okay, you don't like to say goodbye to people, so we're just not going to let people in our life. But then, yes, you know, like, I don't have to say goodbye to people, you know, mission accomplished in my ego's mind. But me as the person, as the whole being, I got lonely. I felt sad. I was always looking around at people and literally feeling jealousy. And I used to wonder, why am I always alone? Why can't I have that? Why can't I be with them? Why can't I be with my family? Why can't I be with my friends doing this type of stuff? You know what I'm saying? And this brings me back to my topic for this video. You know, it became my muscle memory to push people away. It became my muscle memory to keep people out. Now, I know people that have been working on themselves. Some of y'all are in monk mode. Some of y'all are in super discipline mode. Some of y'all are very, very, very particular of who you let in your circle, as you should. But I really want to let y'all know that maybe, just maybe, you need to loosen up the gates, if you will. You know, let a few more people in. And you never know how you'll be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this person has nothing for me. Oh, I'll never learn anything from this person. You never know, right? Of course, go within, see if it feels right, practice your discernment, but you need to practice letting people in. I've been doing that recently. And when I've been letting go of, getting rid of my ego's control over pushing people away, and I've been welcoming people in, into my world, it doesn't have to be permanent. It doesn't have to be long term. It could just be a nice, simple, quick conversation. By realizing more and more that I'm making memories by talking to random people every now and again. You know what I'm saying? They tell me a funny ass story. They give me something to think about. Or recently, I've been finding that I'm less afraid to share what I know with random strangers at the level that they can, understand, of course. But for example, usually when I hop in the Uber, I have no reason to talk to you. If you're one of those Uber drivers that wants to talk to me, I make it very clear by putting some headphones in. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. It's just I'm not social like that. But at my 4:10 in the morning, 4:15 in the morning Uber drive to the airport, I was talking to the Uber driver and he was talking to me about certain things. We were just chopping it up. But then that part of me just started to get activated that said, I want to motivate this individual, because he was talking to me about his anxiety. He was talking to me about how he doesn't talk to many people. He was telling me about, issues about his relationship. This is how deep we got in the conversation. And I just started, pretty much my channel, but in real life, I got activated and I just wanted to help him. And I wish y'all could see the look on this man's face, because he was eating up everything I was saying. And he was like, yo, that makes sense. Whoa, who are you again? What's your name again? Yo, I'm definitely gonna remember you. And if I was too busy pushing people away, that experience will have never happened. I would have never walked away smiling. I wouldn't have had the ability to say at 5 o'clock in the morning, I already made somebody's day. When I got out the Uber and walked to my flight, I had a smile on my face. Because number one, I didn't push people away. I welcomed the interaction and I helped somebody. Helped somebody with some very basic tools that they can use to make their lives better for the rest of their lives. And then I've been hearing this a lot more recently. Something I've been hearing is, oh, I'm definitely gonna remember you. You know what I'm saying? It's like the little chick on the flight, my Uber driver, the chicks at the smoothie place. I just be talking to people now. Once again, I'm not a super extrovert, but if I have the opportunity to spread some light, if I have the opportunity to spread some happiness, then I'm gonna do that. But how could I do that if I had the belief of keep everyone away from me? Oh, I feel so misunderstood. People don't understand me. Are you trying to be understood? Are you putting yourself in a situation where are you articulating yourself in a way that people will understand you? Even if they don't know what the hell you're talking about, can you explain it to them? Can you explain what you know to the dumbest person in the room, the newest person in that field? Can you explain what you know to them? Because if you have trouble explaining it to someone, how are you mad that you're so misunderstood if you didn't explain yourself clearly? How would you even be in this situation for you to even test this if you were too busy pushing people away, isolating yourself, hiding from the world? You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, to this day, I am still very much an introvert. I speak when spoken to. You know what I'm saying? But every once in a while, it's just, hey, how you doing? And I feel somebody's energy. It feels like a gateway has opened up between me and that person. An energetic connection has opened up, and therefore I begin to speak. Because speak when spoken to. It doesn't even have to be the person. It's your energy spoke to me. And that's just where I'm at now. Every single day I feel like I'm just shedding off dense energy. Every day I feel like I'm fixing myself at the root every single day, to the point that I feel beautiful everywhere. I feel like time is moving well, it is moving faster, but it's in my own personal world, I feel like time is moving faster, but in the best way possible. Not moving faster like everything bad's about to happen, but I've been having so many synchronicities, so much happiness in my world. And one of my biggest lessons today is let people in. Don't let everybody in, of course. Y'all got some common sense. But start putting yourself out there more. That's the lesson I've been hearing a lot. Put yourself out there more. But whenever I hear somebody's advice, I have to apply it in my own way. Get out there more. And you say, how's anybody gonna find you if you're never outside? I am outside. But me putting myself out there more is engaging more in small conversations. I know a lot of people hate small talk, but it's that small talk that grows into a large, deep intellectual conversation. I mean, it turns from an acorn to a maple tree or oak tree, whatever acorns grow into. Nevertheless, something small can blossom to something big, but you're blocking your blessings because you don't want to start small. You know, a lot of people make that mistake when it comes to their goals. I want to speak fluent Mandarin in 1 week. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you could do it, hey, more power to you. But that's a really tough task. Can you do it? I hope you can. But you know, sometimes a lot of people bite off more than they can chew because they're not willing to take the small steps. They're not willing to be uncomfortable. They're not willing to, you know, put themselves in a different situation that's outside of their norm. You know what I'm saying? How are you gonna grow if you keep doing the same things over and over? How are you gonna grow if you keep talking to the same type of people over and over? You know, these are the things that I'm slowly learning. These are the things that life itself are teaching me, whether it's life itself or the force within me, whatever. I'm learning, I'm growing, but it's like I feel like I'm doing it on an exponential pace. You know, it's like I know I'm an old soul. You know, it's like I'm 28, so-called, right? But in my mind and my soul, like I don't fit in this body. Don't get me wrong, I like this body a lot. but you know what I'm saying? It's just like I never felt like I belonged because I don't even feel like I belong in my own body. You know, it's like I feel like I'm like 10,000 years old, and I'm feeling like that more and more each day. You know, it's like especially when you see people struggling with the things that you once struggled with, loneliness, anxiety, depression. You know, antisocial behavior. You know, like angry behavior, anger, jealousy, envy. All these things that I used to exhibit on a daily basis. On a daily basis, I used to just live in this vibration, and then that's what my world reflected me. Give me more opportunities to be jealous, to be angry, to be mad, to be sad, to be all these low things. Why? All of those emotions are a choice. They're a choice to keep on living like that over and over. Why? You know, like one of those things, it's like, you know, it's like, how do I become happy? How do I stop being so sad? By stop being sad. That's how you stop being sad. Stop being sad. Well, how? Well, what's the opposite of sad? Be happy. Okay, if you're feeling alone, then what do you need to do? Oh yeah, put yourself around people. You don't have to run into a freaking bar, a club. You don't have to run into a rave. You don't have to run into, unless that's what you want to do. Do what you do. It's your life. You know what I'm saying? Challenge yourself in a way that makes sense to you. But for me personally, it's like my way of getting out there, my way of interacting with more people is just having small talk and seeing if they give me any information to jump to the next topic and the next topic. And then before you know it, you've now met a new friend. You've now met a new networking partner. You've now met, you know, your soulmate. You've now met something, all because of a small talk conversation. You gotta get out of your way of doing things, because complacency is your greatest enemy for those that are trying to grow. You know what I'm saying? These are things that I'm learning myself. These are the things that I want to share with y'all. I'm happy right now. I really am. I am truly happy. Don't get me wrong. Of course, I still got much work to do. You know, I got much more work to do, but I'm happy. And I really do want y'all to feel that. I want y'all to experience that. You know, but my biggest lesson for today is let people in. Let people in mentally. Let people in physically, you know, like in a warm embrace. You know, I used to be at the point where, you know, people touched me, I would shudder, I would flinch, because I'm like, oh, wait, you know what I'm saying? Once again, that reactive behavior that I kept from college, you know, that PTSD that I got from college, you know, all that anger, all that stuff just got manifested in my body and me flinching. And I used to hate that feeling. So how did I get rid of that? Well, do the opposite of what you're feeling. Everything is just a degree of expression. You know what I'm saying? So just move that analog over to the opposite side. If you're super angry, then go on over here to the peaceful side. You know, if you're feeling antisocial, move that dial until you're comfortable to the more social side. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, I'm still an introvert. I still only talk to myself. I still speak when spoken to. But now I have opened myself up to not thinking I'm above people, not thinking that, automatically assuming that people won't understand me. And I'm just saying, you know what? Let me find out for sure. And I've been pleasantly surprised by the results. When you do this shadow work, I'm telling you, the blockages Like, it's those blockages. Like the quality of your life is not by, you know, how much stuff you have or what you're doing. It's like it's all about like all those blockages. How few blockages can you exist with? Can you just be an open channel to happiness, love, abundance, intellect, knowledge, wisdom, whatever it is that you want? Can you be an open channel with that? Everything that we're trying to manifest out here is just a channel. It's just a little, just imagine like a paper towel roll, a toilet paper roll. It's just a tube connecting you, your physical reality, to the ethereal, to the astral plane, to the manifestation world. All right? And if you have those blockages, let's say you want to bring in money, you want to bring in abundance, financial abundance or whatever. Well, how can you cross through the tunnel if there's traffic? How can you cross through the tunnel if there's an obstacle in the way? A boulder just came and blocked the tunnel. What are you going to do? Are you going to get rid of the obstacles? Are you going to be patient? Or are you just going to give up and turn around and then go back to complaining about how you don't have whatever it is that you want? Then you get a little bit of motivation from me and other people out there, you know, self-help books and whatever, you get motivated. And you return to that same blocked channel over and over and over. And you keep getting mad and mad and mad over and over and over. Why? Because you never got rid of the original obstacle in the first place. This is what shadow work is for. This is what working on yourself is for. This is why working on self-love is the most important thing, because if you are an open channel to love, then your world is going to be amazing. Till the next one, y'all. Peace.